morning, campers, and welcome back to the Northeast Corridor, New York to New Haven line. This is Metro North Train 1819. As soon as he is clear of the junction, you'll receive a signal to proceed onto the main line and make your station stop at South Norwalk. Following the train as far as Shell, so be watchful for signal restrictions. This is with, I picked up a couple of extra DLC bits. This in particular is the P32AC-AM Genesis. As you can see, we have a Genesis locomotive at the back of the train. This is pushing our train. We will be operating it from this cab car. And we are waiting for an Amtrak to pass. So I've got a minute or two to explain. This is one of Gary Doleshall's lovely scenarios. Let's see what the cab looks like. Rather similar to the Metro North train that we have seen in previous episodes. Oh, I think I hear the Amtrak coming through. Yes. Okay. Lovely. Alright, so one thing I do need to look for is where is my switch from DC to diesel. I need to be able to swap on the fly. What is that? That's emergency brake. No. A bell. Wipers. Sander. That is reverser. Huh. That is my alerter. One of these switches, maybe? What's that? Startup shutdown. Power mode! Alright. So we'll use that to swap. Ah, good. We've got our green signal. Brakes off. And I believe that this is going to take us all the way into Grand Central Terminal, so we will need to switch power modes as we approach Grand Central, because we don't want to take this thing into the tunnels operating on diesel mode, because that's bad for people's breathing. Oh, look. A burger shot. So I do have this lovely cab car is going to be our operating this time. We are having to make this stop right up here. So, where is the line speed stuff? Oops. Well, I am already speeding. I'm 5 minutes into this and I'm already speeding. I don't see any cab signal indications. Alright. That's going to make this complicated. Here goes the Genesis in the opposite direction. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, no longer speeding. But I don't really need to go too fast into the station here. Can I open the window? I can open the window! Holy crap! That's nice! That is so nice. I never open windows. Oh, there's another train parked on the other platform. Alright, so interesting so far. The cab on the other end has cab signaling, but I guess this one doesn't for some reason. It's a little alarming. Alright, so once we're fully lined up with the platform here, we will hit the brakes and load up passengers. Lovely, lovely passengers, as we see here. Redesigned passengers with a few of the patches lately. need the headlights right now? No, I really don't. Alright. Let's load people up. And see who joins in. I do see people disappearing all up and down the length of the train. Alright, I may depart at 7:08 or later. Oh, well, I took so long to pull into the station that it's already time to go. Alright, go, 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 go! Again, I don't see any cab signaling at all. So, yeah. This could be an interesting one. Definitely still got my alerter. Well, let's just be extra vigilant for any of our... Really no cab signals? That moves. Let's be extra vigilant for... oh, it's moving us on the express lane. Nice. Extra vigilant for the trackside signals. And crank this thing up. Maybe in the other seat? Oh, there's 3 seats. Lovely. There's no displays on the other seat either. Alright. Well, we tried. Alright, so we can take it up to 70 here, it looks like. Look at this cool train! Oh, that was one of the corniest things I've ever said. I regret it already. At least we can go fast. So we've got a diesel locomotive pushing us from the other end, driving the cab car. Probably should have done the tutorial in this one first. This is the first time I've actually been in the cab car end of this. I've driven the Genesis end of it a couple of times. It's actually quite cool. That one has perfect cab signaling. Oh wait, I see. There's cab signals on this, isn't there? Right. Okay, that doesn't give me speed limits. That's interesting. Alright, so cool. Now that I've noticed that, we are good to go. I don't know what M means, because N is normal, L is limited, M I don't know, R is restricted. Oh. Down to 25 now, which it seems to be okay with. I guess we caught up with the other train. Let's just slowly increase our speed till I figure out what the limit is here. So now restricted is 15, if I remember right. So it looks like limited might be 30. Okay, so see, we figured out the cab signals. Trial and error more than anything else. Alright, we got a signal plate here. Let's see what we got. Normal again. Alright, back up to 70 we go. It's going to make things interesting. Let's see if we can catch back up with that Amtrak again before we reach Stamford. And hey, I'm in the middle track, so I really don't need to hit my bell through the stations, do I? Some lovely Connecticut houses over on the sides. Do not lean on door. Smart words. Smart words, indeed. Alright, let's pop outside the cab. Oh, there's people inside. Very cool. Interesting, this throttle doesn't seem to be stepped like others. Oh, we got an oncoming train. Hey, another Genesis. Awesome. I love the Genesis. I mean, these are not the same kinds that I see around here. These have the weird electric capabilities. This is the P32 instead of the P42. But still, very cool. Alright, back onto level ground. I think it's because we've got most of the weight is on the rear end of the train this time. Oh, and as you can see, this scenario does also require the Metro North M8 DLC. And it makes excellent use of those. I think it also requires the Acela, but I'm not sure on that one. We'll know if we see it, of course. Oh, neat, you can see the window lights playing along the walls. Nice touch. And we arrive in the station. And perfect stop. Passengers. This guy squeezing along the wall there near the engine. Don't know where he thinks he's going. Alright. Depart Stamford at 7:18 or later. No problem. Next and final stop is Grand Central Terminal. So, straight on from here. No problem at all, I don't think. We do get our exciting switchover moments, is going to be sooner or later. Stamford. Actually, it's a pretty long way from here, so this is probably going to wind up being one of those ones where I just run the camera ahead and do lots of little panning shots of the train going by. That's okay, because there should be lots of really cool moments on this particular track. Picking up speed now as we exit Stamford. Back out onto the fast line now as well. go ahead and crank up the power. Still green going forward. Excellent. Excellent. I don't know how long we're going to be behind this Amtrak ahead of us, but we should have a bit of catching up to do, assuming it didn't stop at Stanford there, or at any of the stops ahead of us. We'll see. We might actually pass him later. Let's hop out. Show current task. Be in Harlem, and player is way up here. Whoop. Huh. All right. Looks like there's train ahead of us has pulled into. Oh wait, that's not the one. That's the one we're following. All right, so he's still well up ahead of us. Looks like he's keeping ahead of us too. So awesome, awesome. So we will be following him at least until we pass Pelham Junction, and he switches off onto the track that goes into Penn Station, since we're going to be going towards Grand Central. We are on limited signal again. So we're going to take it nice and slow across this river here. Guess we were catching up with our Amtrak friend. Still on limited. Or the signal thing's in the cab. Not sure which. Alright, let's gain a little speed until the alerter gets mad at us. See if we can't figure out exactly where the speed limit for limited is on this particular route. Looks like maybe 35, since it's not getting mad just yet. Maybe even 40? Yeah, still not mad at me. Oh, you know what I bet it is? Just looking at it, it's probably where the marks are on the speedometer. So normal is line speed or 80, limited is probably 45, and then M is 30, restricted is 15. Duh! Alright. We're back up to full now anyway. Okay, I get it now. I get it. I get it. Figured it out. Loud and clear. Stop writing the comment now. Figured it out. Alright. Let's catch up, shall we? Oh, we got a 50-mile-an-hour zone coming up, so let's just move up to 50 and stay at 50. Hey, look, we got another train on the right here. our Metro North friends. A Genesis as well, rather than one of the M8s that I was expecting. I'm surprised we haven't passed any M8s other than the ones that were just parked at Stamford. There's my train going by. Still doing limited speed. There is our nearest rival. He's so close. Is he gonna pass us? He's doing it! Rats! And he doesn't even have to stop at the station. Curses. So he's gonna be able to keep going. This is so dramatic. We're neck and neck. Right now he's definitely past us. All the lovely people. Nice view of the Genesis. It's very similar to the one we are driving ourselves. Oh, we got Amtrak passing the Metro North up ahead. And which means they are also going to be passing us as well. Lovely! 3 trains on screen at once. This is what you paid for. You didn't pay for this. Or this scenario. Oh, the Metro North is stopping. So we are going to overtake once more. Success! We are the victors now. We shall get there first. Wherever there is. Presumably they're also heading to Grand Central. I don't see why they wouldn't be. At the New Rochelle Yard. This is where they swap around their engines and such for the there's a paper mill or something at the Mamaroneck siding. Plastic pellet factory, sorry. At the Mamaroneck, just a little bit a ways up the line, and this is where they do the assembling that train before they take it anywhere. So the Amtrak went off down that way. That takes you to Penn Station in New York City, and the Sunnyside Yard. This track takes us to Grand Central Terminal, also in New York City, by way of Harlem. And the awesome above-ground tracks there. Even going to wind up on the elevated tracks through Harlem before we head underground into Grand Central Terminal. So this is, I think, the more scenic of the 2 routes into New York City. Don't see nearly enough of this. In fact, you see none of this in the default game. The default game. The You see none of this particular branch of the route in just what comes with the route, because that only sends you down down Amtrak trackage. Or this whole stretch from here is all brand new, and you only see it with DLC locomotives, or unless you go into free roam and bring the CSX train down here. In fact, it looks like, yeah, we can go ahead and switch over to electric power. So let's cut the throttle and throw the switch. Throw the switch. There we go. That should have us on electric power now. It sounds the same. So I don't know. Want me to check? Yep, it worked. Alright, our speed before we meet up with the Mountain Vernon line. Hey, there's one of the M8s heading the opposite direction. Very cool. Glad to see one of those actually in service. And there's us. On the overtake. Drama, 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 drama. Frame rate, frame rate, frame rate, frame rate. We are not stopping here at Harlem 125th Street station. Just passing through, I'm afraid. You can see the Harlem freight line underneath the bridge there. There's actual moving traffic down there on those low-resolution roads. And for some reason, a water tower on top of a building. I never understood that. Never understood that. I mean, I guess that's the only real place you can put them in really crowded cities, but it just seems like an accident waiting to happen, you know? We are in the Undercity now. Heading into Grand Central Terminal. We're going to need to slam on the brakes here in a moment. Some interesting sunlight glitch happening there. Nothing to be worried about. Here we are inside Grand Central Terminal now. Just pulling past the signal that lets us in. Looks like a old subway station right there. Creepy. And last signal before we pull up for our stop here in Grand Central Terminal. And we wrap up this scenario. Another lovely one from Elphaba, Gary Doleshall, and the wonderful, wonderful Elphaba's workshop on Steam Workshop. Link will be in the description below if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check out the scenario itself. It's a lot of fun to drive. As you can see, still lots of traffic. There's another one of our trains on the next platform. And we passed plenty of varied traffic. Again, you do need the Metro North M8 the M8 DLC, as well as the DLC for the P32AC Genesis, or else you will not be able to drive this train. Oh, there's one on the right as well. Lovely. I don't think I need my lights on right now. Plenty of lighting elements in this room already. Definitely want to check out these. He's got several other scenarios with this same locomotive and cab car setup, so be sure to check those out. I'm sure they're just as good as this one, if not better. He certainly seems to know how to do things on this route, for sure. So that's going to be the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you another day. Have a great day. Actually, let's wait and see what the scenario in text is. Well done, you've arrived at New York Grand Central Terminal. Scheduled arrival time is 8:08 a.m. I beat it by a minute. Success. Success indeed. Have a great day. Oh, neat! Look at this! Oh, that was cool! It actually gets you to thumbs up or thumbs down the scenario at the end now. That is lovely. So I sped 5 times, but you know, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.